Hey, what's going on, people? Got another episode of the Millionaire Mindset, and today's topic is learning to say no to friends, family members, your spouse, your significant other, your kids, whoever it is. You got to keep yourself whole, you got to keep yourself sane, you got to keep yourself stable. People will get used to calling on you for things. They take the path of least resistance. So the path may be you knowing, hey, he's responsible. He's going to say yes. He's never going to tell me no. He's going to always come through. He's going to always let me borrow that money. He's going to always deal with my issues, my problems. And you have to learn to say no so that you can stay whole, you can stay stable, and you can reserve your resources for when you need them, when you want them. And I mean, you just add up. You got only a limited amount of time, limited amount of money. Everything that we have is on a basis of when we need to use it, when we should use it, when we can use it, and when we need to save for a rainy day. But before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I drop a video every week. Millionaire Mindset, just being positive, uplifting, and we're just looking at life from a different angle as opposed to how normally people see things, view things, express things, give you a different perspective of the world. I would say the first major benefit of telling people no is they won't be quick to call you or ask you for something or bother you. That means you have a clearer mind, you have peace, you have solace, and they can bother someone else with their neediness or the resources that they want or they're needing or they're looking to use or get from you. It's no different than a job. The job is always going to call on someone that will save the day. They're an overachiever. They go above and beyond. They answer the phone 24/7. They work the off days, holidays, birthdays. Those are the kind of people that an employer wants. And people that are leeches or needy or have limited resources or lack of ambition and goals, they want to attach themselves to those kind of people too, so that they can use their resources, whether it be time, gas, Wi-Fi, energy, conversation, space. When someone is needy or a leech, the smallest resources that you can think of, they will use them and they will use you for it. It can be something as simple as riding to Walmart with you so they won't have to burn the gas in their car. Or it can be something as simple as borrowing your black shirt or black dress to wear to a funeral, wedding, whatever, so that they won't have to buy one. People do certain things for a reason. And that reason is to benefit them. They're always looking for a gain. They're looking for a come up. So once you put your foot down and say, hey, not answering the phone. Hey, you can't borrow my shirt. Hey, you can't borrow my car. No, I'm not going to give you a ride. You're putting your foot down. You're setting the standard. You're raising the bar. And you're letting them know, hey, I am not the one that you can call to save the day, to help you out. You need to figure it out on your own. And once you do that, you may make them revisit their thought process, their psyche, or their life as a whole and say, hey, maybe I need to quit relying on other people. Maybe I need to gain my own resources, my own money. Maybe I need to learn to prepare my own meals. Everything has a negative and a positive side to it, but you have to challenge people and stop them in their tracks so that they won't keep trying you and depending on you for your resources, because one day you're going to get tired or you may need them, and eventually we're all going to leave here one day. So when that day comes, they will no longer be able to call you and ask you for that thing. So we're going to play devil's advocate. Saying no versus saying yes. Sometimes that shakes them up because people will ask you something that they already know the answer to, or they think they already know the answer to. So you may tell them no all the time. And this one particular time you tell them yes, you may be having a good day. You might be free. You might be available. You just might be in a given mood. It's okay, but you never want to be that constant where they're always saying, hey, he's going to go eat here. He's going to answer the phone at this time. He's going to take this kind of job. He's going to date this kind of person. You don't want to be predictable where people can know your every move, your answer, your thought. You want to remain a mystery. And mystery is good because it gives you variety, it gives you a spice, it gives you a difference. And it gives them a different way of viewing you. I mean, you wouldn't eat cheeseburgers every day. Sometimes you would want chicken or steak or a vegetable plate, maybe shrimp, maybe some salmon, some sushi, something different that gives you a spice. And it mixes things up a little bit. I mean, broccoli isn't the only vegetable. They have squash, they have okra. And just view your life the same way. You don't have to always do the same things. You don't have to always respond the same way. And you can always elevate, grow, and experience something different, even if you don't like it. So experience saying yes to people and experience saying no to people. Whatever end of the spectrum you're on, you may be a person that tells people no all the time. Well, try being nice sometime and tell them yes. It won't hurt you, and who knows, you may gain something from it. You may benefit something, and it doesn't always have to be money. It can be knowledge, it can be experiences. You can be building relationships, and who knows who you may come in contact with along the way. We don't live in the world alone. It takes all of us to make the world go around. So if you spend that time with those quality people, building relationships and getting knowledge and exercising your brain and building muscles, who knows how far it can take you. Another thing about saying no to friends, family, spouse, kids, whoever that you have a bond or relationship with, a lot of times we've been typecasted and we've been written into this role or this person or this idea or this thought, and the loved one that we're intertwined with, the one that's calling on us to do that thing, they expect you to do it. Now, they may use your children to get you to do it. They may guilt trip you. They may use religion. They may pull the family card. Whichever way they go, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. It's your life, it's your world. And if you don't do it, they will find someone else to do it. And if that doesn't work, they will find another way to get it done. And to be very clear, it may be something that doesn't even need to be done. It may be a want more so than a need. They may want a new car, but they don't need a new car, but they want you to co-sign. They think they need this Louis Vuitton purse or these Louis Vuitton shoes, so they want to borrow money from you that work hard, saves, and invests. So you're supposed to pull your resources over to them to buy that thing that they don't even need. We have to be careful with people that we align ourselves with and people that we spend our time with. They will attach themselves to us or in our circle looking for a future benefit, a current benefit, and they may even reach back and look for a past benefit. Hey, do you remember that time you got a flat tire on the freeway and you didn't have a spare oil jack? I came in and saved your day. Now, you may have said, hey, thank you, I'll repay you, or you may have given them money, you may have given them money, or they may have said no to whatever form of repayment you had, and they were holding it over their head. They was walking around with it in their back pocket because they knew one day I want to return favor. And now, this was 5 years ago, just for the sake of measure. Now all of a sudden, this $50 favor they did for you has grown interest and compounded, and now they need a $500 return on investment. Well, that means you didn't do it from the heart anyway. You never had pure intentions. So a lot of relationships we have to revisit them and we have to evaluate them to see if they're worth continuing on, or whether we need to sever ties with these people and the thoughts and conditions that they have in place for us to operate or exercise. I can think of one example, and this has happened to me on more than one occasion. You tell someone, hey, I got rid of DirecTV. I'm saving so much money, yada, 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 yada. I cut $150 out of my budget. I got the money and I'm putting it in a 401k, or I'm putting it in a money market account, or I might be investing in a Christmas club and I'll cash it out at the end of the year. And they put it in their file cabinet, they black box, they mental Rolodex, and they're moving, and the moving fee is $500. They've remembered how much money you told them you were saving by getting rid of DirecTV. They're going to come back and use that against you and say, hey, kind of in a tight right now. You know I'm moving. Can you spot me $500? So you have to be careful of the information that you share, because people will come back and bite you on the backside with that same information. You have to be careful of the information that you relinquish. And then you have to ask, okay, well, if I let you borrow the money, what's in it for me? When can you pay me back? How much are you going to pay me back? This money did not grow on trees. I did not get it overnight. I had to work for it. Another example, and I personally haven't experienced it, but I've known someone to do this that I formerly worked with. You may have a person, they may stay on the east side of town, and the other person stays on the west side of town, and they may have car trouble, or they may just stop paying for their car and it gets repoed. They will move closer to the east side of town so that they can bomb a ride from this coworker or this person, friend or no friend. So they're attaching themselves to you for your resources and for their benefit. And now you have a whole situation where you got an adult that's making at least the same amount of money, maybe more, and they're squandering their money, and they want to attach to you so they can get a ride to and from work, and they may or may not be willing to devote gas money. You have to be careful, people, because people will use you, and there's more than one way to be used. You can think of someone that you thought was your friend in college or school, and they attached themselves to you for the answer to the test. That was the only reason they were aligning with you. Now, they may have seemed cool, inviting, funny, or whatever link or bond that you had with them. And their whole goal and purpose from the very beginning was to attach to you so they can get that grade and get those answers and use you for your information. You have to guard your resources, your mental space, your time, your psyche, your thoughts, your prayers, the whole embodiment, because there is somebody somewhere admiring you and they want a piece of you, and they're not willing to invest or give you anything in return. They simply want to take without giving anything, not a grain, not a morsel, not a dime, not a drop. By learning to say no to people and paying attention to relationships that we have with people, making sure they're healthy, making sure they're not toxic, making sure they're one-sided, making sure things are reciprocated. It's really simple. Any person or thing you come in contact with, you just do, what are the pros? What are the cons? What am I benefiting? What are they benefiting? And that will let you know, should you proceed forward, or should you hold back, or should you not entertain it at all. But it sets a new standard for you in your life, and you will begin to do this subconsciously. Now, initially, it may seem like you're screening people, or you're being a jerk, or you're just being the hard A. But you're not. You're just protecting your peace, your harmony, and you're the gatekeeper of your life, of your mind, of your thoughts, and people and things that we align with. I mean, you want to be aligned with people that are like-minded, that are positive, that are striving for the best, and the sky's the limit. Just because you're in the projects, or you have a raggedy car, or your job isn't the best, doesn't mean you can't increase and upgrade and elevate to the next level. So whatever you have going, don't let someone take away from your greatness. Just keep sowing those seeds back into yourself, and watch the people that attach themselves to you, or at least try. And it's okay. It could be a mother, father, sister, brother, niece, auntie, your own children. Anyone is capable of being a user and a bloodsucker. You just have to cut the supply off. The supply is for you and whoever you choose to share it with. So don't feel bad that next time you tell someone no, or I can't help you, or not this time, or maybe next time, or you just don't answer the phone at all. You don't have to let them guilt trip you. You shouldn't be ashamed. You shouldn't be bothered. It's your phone, your bill, your resources, your words, your time, your listening ear. All those things belong to you. So you can use those things appropriately. And if it means saying no 365, then so be it. They will find a way, just like you found a way to make it and cross that bridge and cross that gap. Perfectly fine. There is more than one way to get anything done. So don't be bothered and feel guilty, feel ashamed, feel sad, feel like you left them hanging because you told them no, or you denied them this one time or this 10th time. Because anybody can relate to this. You can tell a person yes 100 times, and you're the most awesome person in the world. And that one time you tell them no, it's like a cardinal sin. The world has ended. The baby's bottle no longer has milk. The diaper is soiled. Their car is wrecked. Their favorite food isn't available. The hairstyle they wanted, they can't get. The barbershop is closed for the week. I mean, it's World War III. I mean, it is the absolute worst. And it's okay. Saying no yields so many benefits. It lets them know that you won't stand for anything. You choose self-peace. You choose yourself over them. You have a balanced life. You have the ability to think and say, hey, is this going to work for me? Is this not going to work for me? And you can discern whether they're using you, trying to use you, have they been using you, or about to use you, and you're letting them know, hey, you can no longer use me. People will only do what you let them do. And so many times emotionally, we feel sorry when we get, oh, it's my mom, it's my dad, it's my sister, it's my this, it's my that. That title doesn't mean anything. Most people pray and ask for people that they know will tell them yes, or help them, or forgive them, or turn a blind eye. Just like people that use the word I love you, and some people are not capable of being loved. Some people are not capable of receiving love. Some people don't know how to give love, but they use the word to make you soft, make you supple, and make you vulnerable to what they're selling or what they're trying to buy. So just keep your peace in mind. Keep yourself in mind. And be weary of the word no. And be weary of the word yes. They both can work interchangeably. They can work for you. They can work against you. It depends on the situation and the circumstance. But make sure you use them wisely so that you can navigate life, live your best life, live appropriately, live abundantly, and most of all, you won't run through your resources helping someone that is calling every day that breath enters their body for a resource. And this can go for anyone. I can think of so many people I've met over the years, school, work, gym, whatever, and they're attached to me for different reasons. Fixing this, advice, shoulder to cry on, money, knowledge, whatever it is. I mean, some people are so simple, they're attached to people for the password to a Netflix account. If you have a pulse in your body, you should be able to come up with $15 or $20 a month for Netflix. But that's just my opinion. But people do it every day. I can remember times when I had Wi-Fi and my neighbors would bomb off me the Wi-Fi, so I had to put a password in. It's just things just that simple. Or that one friend that comes over and drinks all the beer but never brings any. Be careful of your resources, of your time, of your money, of your thought, and your spirits, and the things that you put out there in the atmosphere. I'm Chuck. This was another episode of the Millionaire Mindset. Hopefully you learned something. And last but not least, don't be afraid to tell them no.